If people are dieting now more than ever before, then why are nearly 1 in 3 American adults overweight? Dr. Gundry, who's helped thousands lose weight and feel younger and healthier than ever, says most people are not getting enough fat-burning MCTs from their food. MCTs are a special kind of compound that instead of turning into fat when you consume it, turns into ketones, which is a chemical that breaks down the excess fat in your body. So, by getting more MCTs in your diet, you essentially flip a switch that puts your body in caloric bypass mode, which can flush out excess fat and calories. And he's created an easy way for you to activate caloric bypass right at home. It's called MCT Wellness. This powerful blend of fat-flushing MCT powders and antioxidant-rich polyphenols is designed to help you unlock your body's fat-burning, energy-producing potential. What's even better is that it's a delicious drink. I love how incredible it tastes. All you do is add a scoop to water, enjoy, and watch as you start feeling slimmer and more energized. So, if you want to experience a quick, easy, and effective way to melt pounds fast, go to GundryMD.com/energy and order right now to get up to 53% off your regular price order with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Again, that's GUNDRYMD.com/energy.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members only pay a $25 copay or less. No insurance, no problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my podcast, Mindful Drinking for Women, which is about exactly what it sounds like. I help you get unobsessed with drinking alcohol by getting really honest with yourself about why you are over drinking in the first place and how to replace harmful drinking habits with empowered mindfulness, which includes the ability to drink less or to choose not drinking at all. Hi, my name is Jessica Betancourt. I'm a certified life coach and hypnotherapist specializing in addiction transformation. And in today's podcast, in honor of Thanksgiving being today in the United States, and I am an American, coming from a tradition that emphasizes gratitude on this day, though I don't honor the fact that it is overlapped with the act of colonization, I would like to say thank you to my alcohol addiction. Why would I do that, you might be wondering? Isn't addiction awful and bad and horrible? Well, yes and no. The thing that you may be overlooking is something that will actually give you a profound sense of freedom in your ability to release your addiction. And that is that your addiction, for a time, gave you something. It gave you peace, or solace, or escape, or relief, or numbing, or any number of things that it has actually provided you over the years since its conception in your life. And that is a fact that is often overlooked or disregarded as unimportant. But it is important because here's the thing: addictions do not exist in a vacuum. They serve a purpose. The problem is when they have fulfilled their initial purpose and your brain and your body don't exactly do the math, and they keep on believing in and living in the story that the problem still exists. Today's problems are yesterday's solutions, as we say in the self-help world. And this is what that means. It means that when you were more limited in your self-awareness, your resources, your systems of support, you encountered and or experienced a set of conditions or circumstances that you were not prepared for and or traumatized by. And you were unable to handle, you were unable to process, you were unable to move past. And so alcohol, being a readily available form of self-medication, for those of us who went unseen and unhelped and unheard through some very tricky times, it helped us. It was there for us. When I was socially anxious and awkward as a teenager, alcohol helped me feel less self-conscious. When I was growing up with a verbally aggressive and abusive father, alcohol helped me escape my horrible feelings that I had no other known immediate way to soothe. Alcohol helped me bond with friends. It was a shared interest and experience. When I was lonely and depressed, I had alcohol. So I thank alcohol for what it gave me when I needed it. And here's the thing, I don't need it anymore. It's there, it's okay, but I have released it from having any sort of superior significance in my life like it once did. I had alcohol on the highest pedestal. It's embarrassing to say now, but I know a lot of you can relate. I looked forward to it from the beginning of the day while I was still recovering from it sometimes to when I could have it again, when it would be like acceptable at wine o'clock or at 5 o'clock or at dinner time. I thought about it all the time. I would have chosen to drink wine alone instead of go out with friends who were doing something sober. It had such a high priority for me because it used to, but it still did because I hadn't changed the stories that I had about it. So you might take a moment to reflect and ask yourself, where were you when you started drinking? How old were you? What was going on in your life? What were the concurrent circumstances? How did alcohol help you at a time when you were struggling? And now get present to this moment wherever you are right now. And look around you. Feel into your body. Are you unsafe right now? Are you being threatened? Are you in danger? And if you are, and if you are still using or you are not sober in this moment, you might assess how much alcohol is contributing to your inability to change your situation if that is what is needed. And if you're not, if you are safe, you're not being threatened, you're not in danger, you might ask yourself, what meaning are you still attaching to drinking? Is it serving a purpose for you? Or is it serving a different purpose now than it used to? Did you start drinking because you needed an escape? And now you don't necessarily need an escape? It has a different significance? What is it? Take some time to answer these questions. It would be so revealing to you. I know when I was drinking all the time, I couldn't even be bothered with this. I would not have sat and thought about it at all because I was very attached to still drinking. But if you're listening to this podcast, that tells me that you're curious about what change might be possible for you. And change takes effort. It takes thinking, it takes self-reflection, it takes time. And you're worth it. You're worth the time. You're worth the investment. Your life is, you are. You have so much you want to do, I bet. I guarantee you have bigger dreams that don't involve drinking. So what purpose is drinking serving for you now? And are you in a place in life where you could actually make use of different tools and resources that would feel more in alignment with the kind of person that you really are and who you'd like to embody becoming? I like to think of a habit of using alcohol as similar to a relationship. I am fond of saying healing your relationship with alcohol. And that's what this means. This means at first the relationship may have been going great. It was fun and exciting and you never thought it would end. But eventually you grow apart. You desire to become a different kind of person, and taking alcohol along for the ride would really inhibit that desire. So you decide to break up. You're trying to break up. But in this approach, in the approach I'm describing, having gratitude for your experience instead of shaming and blaming that part of your life, which doesn't help you, it just creates more shame and blame. You thank your partner for the good times. You wish them well, and you step away with grace and dignity because, as you may have experienced, rough endings and pushing away and insulting a former partner does not leave you in a place of peace and resolve. It feels like unfinished business, and probably, eventually, you go back. And this is why I'm grateful for my addiction. It gave me a lot of comfort when I needed it. It was always there, and it has taught me that I really value who I am without it, that I don't need it. And it has taught me that I really value life and how I invest my time and energy. And without this contrast, I don't know that I would be who or where I am today. So I hope you take a moment today to check in with all that you are grateful for. And perhaps to be thankful for what your experience with your addiction has taught you, what it is teaching you. And my hope for you is that you also come to learn that you don't need it, anymore. But maybe there was a time when you did, and it's okay to acknowledge that, even healthy to do so. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.